Like it or not, artificial intelligence is part of all of our lives now. Everything from the things we read, watch, and listen to, and lots in between. A new poll from Technation is revealing how Canadian workers feel about AI and the role it may play in our lives going forward. Joining us now in studio to discuss the poll's findings is Angela Mondou, the CEO of Technation. Thanks for being with us today. Listen, we want to dig into some of these numbers. According to your survey, 57% of people see AI as a beneficial tool. But on the other hand, 61% believe it could be a threat. So what are some of your big takeaways here?
Yeah, so there's a lot of takeaways from all of this. I think what I would describe it as, Melissa, is that Canada has a cautious optimism in terms of artificial intelligence. And, you know, AI has been around for decades, but with the real explosion of sophisticated chatbots, now Canadians are paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem to really be on a top of mind for so many.
Absolutely top of mind. A couple of highlights, I think, are that Canadians, particularly employees, are seeing benefits at work and at home. For instance, at work, they're finding or understanding that you can use AI to take over repetitive tasks or doing a lot of research. Employers are finding that there's productivity gains from this. This is really important because you may have heard the Bank of Canada governor a week ago said we're in a productivity emergency. So AI is going to be a big player in that. At home, Canadians are getting the benefits of the fraud detection, for instance. I don't know how many Visa cards you've had lately that have had to be replaced. I'm on my third this year because of fraud. My mom, who's 84 years old, has Google Home. That's AI driven, and she's listening to her news and her favorite music. But the one other thing that I think Canadians are getting, and this is bang on, is that Canada needs to invest in AI for the future of the country. And this, you know, I think 4 out of 10 Canadians said they really believe that AI is going to play an important role in the standard of living. We have to invest in technology and AI there.
What sort of investments are you talking about?
I could tell you upskilling and training of employees, really, really important, specifically in AI as we start bringing on AI into our companies and into our work. So that's a really, really important one. And
Are there certain areas of workers that are more vulnerable to AI that you've pinpointed?
Well, no, to be honest, here's how I look at it, Melissa. And we all say that we don't need to worry about AI taking over our jobs. We need to worry about people who've learned to use AI taking over our jobs. A lot of AI is taking over repetitive tasks. And from an employer's perspective and employees, it allows us to do work that matters. So I think that AI will be everywhere, as you said in your opening. I think the importance is understanding what parts of your jobs could be enabled by AI and where you can shift to do some more important work or work that matters.
You talked about this cautious optimism. What are the concerns, though, that Canadians have that you've been able to pinpoint?
Yeah, so Canadians are concerned, and rightly so, around the regulatory environment of AI. We are too. Our organization, Technation, and our technology members work with government to really help preserve not just our reputation as Canadians in leading in AI, but ensuring that responsible and ethical AI is delivered in Canada and that Canadians can trust AI. So the regulatory environment is really important.
What role should government play in all of this?
Yeah, government has an important role. I would say it comes down to 4 things. One is it's really important we start educating and awareness for Canadians so that they understand what we're doing around the regulatory environment or how we're protecting Canadians or ensuring that AI is safe. The second one we talked about a little bit was upskilling Canadians and ensuring that there's an opportunity to be trained and learning more about AI. I think enabling small, medium enterprises so that they can adopt AI is really important. And then last but not least is that regulatory space. So
I wonder, as someone who's like really close to the tech world, where are you maybe excited to see AI make some gains?
Everywhere, to be honest. But one of the biggest areas that it is making significant gains right now is in the health sector. It's solving disease issues, for instance, sickle cell anemia, but also in simple things in life, like traffic, managing traffic or emergency wait times in hospitals. So I'm personally excited about the impact it's going to have on climate change and the role that AI is playing behind the scenes in managing carbon emissions and deforestation and all sorts of there's phenomenal impact that AI is having in climate. So.
But on kind of the flip side, we've heard the warnings about AI. It might be the downfall of human civilization.
Yeah.
Are you hearing those warnings? How are you feeling about that?
I think everybody is. There's some doomsday or doom and gloom discussion out there. I think it really comes down to this cautious optimism like we're talking about today. We need to have a balanced understanding that, yes, it needs to be regulated, but also there are phenomenal impacts to society that are extremely positive happening. So I think there needs to be a balance in terms of how we look at this.
I wonder how optimistic you might be, though, that government might be able to regulate this, because we have seen the shortfalls of government regulation, like in other areas when it comes to social media and tech and that sort of thing. Can they get involved with AI?
They can absolutely and are getting involved in AI. The key is the amount of time it might take. So while we're sitting here discussing this, as you know, AI continues to advance every day. One thing I know for a fact is I'm involved in a global organization that is working to govern AI. So it's the AI Governance Alliance with the World Economic Forum. Many organizations out there coming together with industry, government, academia to try and work together to collaborate around managing AI and keeping it safe and ensuring that everybody trusts AI.
Interesting to learn more about our cautious optimism when it comes to artificial intelligence. CEO of Technation, Angela Mondou, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.